Hello and welcome to Christie's Cropping and Creating. I hope that you have had a good week, and I apologize that I did not get a video posted on Thursday. But hey, it's Friday and it's the weekend, and a lot of you have more time to scrapbook on the weekend anyway. And this weekend is Creative Memories Virtual Crop. So if you need more details about that, check out my Christy Boland Creative Memories Advisor Facebook page. And or maybe I can figure out how to get the notes about how to join it in posted with this YouTube video. But we're going to do something fun, and I have not completely completed one of these layouts. So you'll see the start of what we're going to finish in this video when I switch screens. And it's fun. I think that it could be used for Easter. And of course, we didn't have Easter pages until after Easter was over, or Easter pictures, maybe I should say. And then you could also use it if you get little chicks for your farm, or if you've been to a petting zoo or anything like that. I think it's very versatile. I think it's very springy. So don't feel like you can only use this for Easter, but it is really cute, and I hope that you will enjoy it. Like I said, I'm about to switch the screen, but I have started the page and we're just going to finish it, or mostly finish it. I don't actually have pictures printed to put on this page yet, but I'm going to switch the screen and we will get started. Okay, so I saw this idea in one of the Facebook groups I'm in. I can't say it for sure that it originated with Cheryl Bliss, but I know that the picture that I captured was from Cheryl. So see these cute little chicks? Aren't they just adorable? So I've already cut out my ovals to make eggs out of. So this is a step we're not going to do. And I've started cutting out the chicks, which is actually the lemon punch. Hello. There's another use for the lemon punch. I will have to punch a few more. And then the grass I made, in this case, with the grassland border punch. We don't have it right now. We also do not have the grass border maker cartridge, but I will tell you that if you do not have, this is also a retired item, if you don't have a way to punch out grass, you really can make it with your scissors, either pair of your scissors, and just kind of cut some V's in and out of your paper. You could even make grass. Oh, I should have thought about this earlier. We do currently have the double rickrack border maker cartridge. You can make grass with that. Is it as spiky as that? No, but that could be turned into grass. So there is an alternative for you. And again, like I said, you could use your multi-purpose scissors or your micro tip scissors to make grass. When we make our eggs, we're gonna cut our ovals in half with the Victorian blade from your 12-inch trimmer. You'll also need a straight blade to cut out your grass after you cut it with one of those punches that I mentioned. This Victorian blade is the one that's going to have the most, the tallest, I guess, spikes and torn edges, the way an egg would have. But if you only have the scallop, or you only have the decal or something like that, I think that's going to work too. But just know that I am using the Victorian blade, and you need a black fine tip pen to draw the face on the eggs. And of course you need adhesive. I'm using Repo, but you could probably manage to get little pieces with the regular tape runner. And I'm using 2 different colors for my eggs. For my chicks. The eggs are all going to be white. All right, so To cut out my ovals, I used the second from the largest oval template and the green blade on the inside track. If you follow along with CCI's Creative Cafe International's numbering of the patterns, this is pattern number 6. Again, it is the second from the largest of the oval templates. You know, there's 4 oval templates. So there's a small one, a second from the smallest, a second from the largest, and then the largest. So this is the second from the largest, but it's number 6 and the inside track green blade. So that is how I made my ovals to make the eggs out of. So we'll finish making the next eggs. I think I've told you everything I needed to tell you ahead of time. So we're just gonna get started. Let me put these things to the side that I don't need anymore. And each chick is gonna need 2 wings. Well, the wings are actually the leaves on the lemon. So you do need to cut off the bottom of the lemon. I could cut off the bottom because I'm turning it over that way. You need to cut the leaf part off of the lemon like I did here. So his head is the little peak on the lemon, or the hair, the head, whatever. And then down here is where the leaves were. So I snipped that off with my scissors. But now I'm going to tape that to the back of the lemon so that it becomes the chick's wing. And, just play with it. I don't know if you want them flapping up or if you want them flapping down, but turn the leaf and the stem of the lemon that you've cut off over to the back. And of course, each lemon only punches out with 1. So it takes 2 lemons to get the 2 wings. You could also freehand with your scissors to get more wings, or you can just punch extras in order to snip off extras. This one I snipped, like I really, really snipped it. So that one's going to be, oh, that's hard to see, isn't it, on that paper like that. So this one is going to be harder to tape to the back, but I might can do it. If not, I'll just punch an extra one. Let's see, what should I start with? Let's start with cutting our ovals into the egg shape. None of this is glued down yet, so let me set it over to the side, and I'm going to get this oval back, and I need my 12-inch trimmer and my Victorian blade. And I'm just going to put this, I don't want it like exactly in half, or I didn't on those first 2. Actually, you can make your eggs different sizes. And 1 oval is going to give you the piece for 2 chicks. So this oval is about, let's see, how far is that? This is about, well, why don't I measure it this way instead of trying to figure it out that way? This oval is almost 2.5 inches long from tip to tip. So if I put it at 1 1/4, then that's going to be right about in half. And since I don't want it quite that, quite exactly in half, I'm going to put it closer to the 1 1/2, and that way one of the pieces of the shell will be smaller than the other. Now you don't have a lot to hang on to here, but wherever you have the most area, do just kind of hang on as you trim. And now I have 2 pieces, and actually I did get them really close to being the same size, which is okay. There's no right or wrong way to do this. Just do what looks right for you. And then after you've got at least 5 egg shells, that's when you'll have enough to finish the page. I had already done 2, and so I'm going to have 1 eggshell left over. For now, I'm not going to need this anymore. I'm going to go ahead and put my straight blade back in, and I'm going to go ahead and tuck my Victorian blade back underneath so that I don't lose it with the rest of my blades. Now I'm going to let's go ahead and make our strip of grass. My first strip was made with parakeet shimmer. I am going to make this one with Kelly green, and I'm going to make it again with my Grassland border punch, but remember, you can make it with the grass border maker cartridge. You can make it with just freehanding, cutting in and out with your scissors, and then you could also do make it with something more abstract like the double rickrack chain border maker cartridge. And also this would look really, really good with a printed paper. I might have just went too far. No, I didn't. This would look really good with a printed paper, but I had already pulled out the ones that I've shown you. So that's what I'm using. But if you have some printed green paper, especially if it has an ombre or a variegated look to it, that would be a fantastic paper for you to use to do this with. So now that I've got this, let me throw away that punch poop, and I'm going to cut this strip. I don't remember exactly how far I cut it. I cut it where I had just enough to have somewhere to put my adhesive. This one I'm going to cut a little bit wider because I'm going to stagger these on my page so that one is a little taller than the other. And so I cut that at about an inch and, well, between an inch and an eighth and an inch and a quarter. There's probably a real measurement for that somebody is yelling at me that is a math person, but I'm not a math person, so I'm not going to worry about that exact measurement. And honestly, I don't think you need to either, since it can be different lengths. Now, I'm going to pull my page back over. Let me move this out of the way. I don't need it anymore. And since I had not started gluing anything down, I'm going to pull these chicks over, and this is what I want to show you. If I glue them the way they came out of the punch, from left to right, I can still stagger it to make it look like it's, nice, thick, plush grass. But I could also take it, let me get it separated again. It's like tines of a comb. And if I flip one over so that those grasses are kind of going in opposite directions, that's another way to make it look like nice, thick, tall grass. I don't know how well that will show up. And let me hold it up close. I'm going to risk it falling since it's not glued on. So this is with the pieces of the grass. One of the border punches is face up and one of them is face down, so to speak. So that's how I have it layered there. And then I think it's going to be good enough. I am going to put the Kelly green in the back since it's thicker, and I can bring it down closer to the edge of the page because I have more of a lip to stick down with it. Okay. Now also, you're going to be able to tuck your eggs or the chicks. Some of them you're going to want to tuck in into the grass so that it really looks like it's sitting in the grass. And some of them you're going to want to be above. And of course, that's all personal preference. I personally want as much of this grass as I can to be down, all the way down. And since that's a straight edge, I can take it all the way down to the bottom. All right, so this one, I'm I'm going to put this way, which means I need to put my adhesive on the back of it. And y'all probably can't really see the difference. I mean, even in person, I'm having to really struggle to see which side is the front and which side is the back, but that's okay. It's all going to work out. So I'm just going to layer this one on top of that one. I'm not going to worry about going all the way to the bottom, but it's still going to give me a nice, I didn't get that one all the way over to the edge, the right hand edge the way I wanted. With it not going all the way to the bottom, the grass is still staggered and it still gives it dimension. If you do want yours to go all the way to the bottom, that's okay too. All right. And you know, I think you could choose a pretty blue so that it would be like a sky, but I think this floral will make it look nice and springy as well. So there is what the grass is going to look like. And then I'm going to put my chicks that I've already done. I'm going to tuck them in here and show y'all what I mean by this. We're going to do 5 across, and you don't have to do them like straight up and down. Like you can cock one to the side a little bit if you want to. And as you can see, I made 2 different faces. I'm not 100% sure I'm going to make 5 different faces, but I'm just going to make some different faces to go on here. All right, so let me put this back to the side, and I'm going to pull my lemons, and I'm going to pull my lemons back over so that I can start putting, can y'all see? Yeah, my silicone mat is close enough that I think it will be okay to work over here. And I'm just going to show you how I'm going to put adhesive on the back of these wings. I could put it on the back of the lemon itself, but I'm going to stick it on the edge of this, leaf and stem that turns into the wing. And I'm just kind of eyeballing where it needs to go. And then the other one, I'm going to tuck in, and it, one can be, oops, there's not quite going to be enough, I think, adhesive on this. I might have to get out my precision point adhesive. Oh, I got it. Okay, so let me show you up close. I've got one wing going more straight out and one pointed down a little bit. That's kind of how I had to do this one because I don't have much to stick back there. I can either readjust this one and have them go in the same way, or probably when a little chick is moving, they don't always have their wings going in the same direction at the same time anyway. So I think that's going to be okay for that one. And then I'm going to, let's see if I have any pieces. I'm going to need, this will make 1. So let me cut. I'm literally just rounding off that leaf to make a chick with. And so now I have two wings, and I have two chicks, but this is only going to make 1 total because I have to put the adhesive on both wings for 1 of the chicks to have enough wings. Y'all should play a game. How many times is she going to say wings and chicks in this video? At least I can laugh, right? Laugh at myself, laugh with y'all. Hopefully it's y'all are laughing with me, not at me. Okay, so there is a second chick. So now I have 2 that are the goldenrod yellow and 2 that are the canary. And now I'm just going to need, let me get my punch and punch out 2 more lemons so that I will have 2 more wings for another chick. And as you can see, I am turning it upside down so that I can make sure I have enough to cover all of the space, but I'm also using as little paper as possible by cutting these all really close together and getting enough to make all of my chicks and wings. So remove this out of the way. And the only thing I need these for is for the wings. But if you cut carefully, you could still use the lemons for something else. Actually, I know something else you could use them for, but I didn't prep that ahead of time, so I'm not going to talk about it right now, I guess. All right. Actually, I did still need one of the lemons. I had one cut already as well, but I'm going to go ahead and get this one back over so that I can use it. Okay, so that, oh, I see some of that stem sticking out right there. Let me trim that with this micro tip. And I might just have to readjust it because I trimmed it, but it's still, feel like I can still see it right there. Okay, so now I have 3 more chicks and I've got 4 eggs. So I can just pick which 3 I want. And I'm going to use, I think I'm going to use these 3 because then I feel like they're various sizes. Actually, if I use those 3, then it's still various sizes. So I'm going to use those. And in order to put them together, I'm just going to put my adhesive on the very bottom of my lemon. It's the place where you cut the stem and the leaf off. And then I'm going to put him on the eggshell, him or her on the eggshell, so that I can still see the crack in the shell. That's what I mean. Like, I don't want the wings to cover up. I personally don't want the wings to cover up the crack in the shell. So do keep that in mind when you're adhering it to your egg, that you want there to be a space so that you can see the difference between where the wings are and where the shell is. And of course, when it's a smaller eggshell, you've got, you know, a smaller space here to draw legs, but that's okay. Chicks are different heights. Human chicks and human chicks and chicken chicks, right? Okay, so none of these are adhered down yet, but you see how I'm gonna have let's see, I would go lighter, darker, lighter, darker, lighter. So I do need to space these a little bit differently than where I had them to begin with, but that's okay. So just alternate where you've got a darker and a lighter egg color. And of course we still have to draw our faces. Now there are 5, so your middle chick, you know, you may or may not want in the very middle of your page. I think it would be okay if it was a little bit, you know, one-sided where one is at the 5.5 instead of at the 6. I think that would be okay, but you know, that's just going to be your personal preference. I would like for at least one of these eggs to be tucked in kind of behind the both shades of the grass. And then of course your eggs over on the end, whether it's the left end or the right end, just make sure it's not completely going off the side. Oh my goodness, this one does not want to tuck. Okay, so these chicks, I drew the face and the legs on before I tucked them in. And gosh, I wish I would have thought about this. I'm not so sure I want to be videoed while I am drawing on these on these eggs, but I guess I have to do it now, right? So I just drew a leg. I drew three little things, and the sample that I saw had little dots at the end of the legs, the claws, whatever. So I'm gonna do that. Let's see, I've already done that one. This one is gonna be kind of hiding in the eggs. So I guess if you draw it before you tuck it in is when you would be drawing the dots and everything. But of course, I haven't put the adhesive on this, so I'm gonna have to pick it back up anyway to make it stick. But also, it doesn't matter. This is, just be as artistic and creative with the face and the legs as you want to be. I wasn't smart enough to print a picture, and all of my devices are being used. So I can't even look back at the sample to see all the different ways that she created eyes. It seems like one was kind of like this, where the grin or whatever, or maybe this one's just sleepy. This one is a sleepy egg. Hey, it just cracked, right? So it's sleepy. This one has nice eyelashes. That one has just regular eyes. This one, I think I'm going to draw with open eyes and then like the pupils, but I'm not going to put eyelashes on this one maybe. And then to do the beak, I'm sure that we have a punch or punch poop, as we affectionately like to call it, that could make this beak for you. But actually, I know we do. But I think drawing it on with a pen is certainly acceptable as well. And let's see, how do I want to draw these eyes? I'm gonna do some eyelashes again. Oops. See, this is what I hate, is I never can get my eyeballs the same size. Some of these beaks are longer than others because I'm not good at being an artist. I would much rather punch something out than try to freehand it. All right, so that is really going to be everything. Now I just need to stick this down. So let me just go ahead and put adhesive on the bottom of all of these, and then I will start tucking them back in the grass. And I'm not going to be putting photo mats on this page to finish this for you guys today. I'm just going to leave it the way it is once I get my eggs tucked in. But obviously, or hopefully you can see that there's tons of possibilities for how to use your space up here in order to put pictures. I think that you could get 3. I don't know why I just said 3. Well, if you only did 3 pictures, I think that would be perfectly fine. But I think that there's no reason for you to not be able to get 4 or more pictures on this page comfortably. Like you could, depending on the shapes and the sizes, you could even get 5. So I'm just going to have that one go a little bit cattywampus like that. I feel like there's a little too much space between these two, but I'm not going to change it now that I adhered it. And I don't want to keep y'all on the video too long. I had to fix his leg since more of his leg was showing than it was originally. And I'm going to fix this one as well. And then I will hold it a little bit closer. If I can find some photo mats fast enough. This isn't the right color, but look, if I had 3 4x6s, I could do something like that. Of course, I could also go vertically and horizontally. And if I had a mix of 4x6s and 4x4s, then of course I could get more pictures on the page too. But so those just some real quick examples for how to get pictures on your page. Thank you to Cheryl and wherever else the idea came from. And I hope that y'all enjoyed this. It's just really cute. I mean, look how sweet. It just makes me want to go get some baby chicks. Not really, because I don't want chickens. But anyway, that is the class for today. I hope that you enjoyed it. And thank you for watching Christy's Cropping and Creating. I am Christy Boland, an independent Creative Memories advisor, and you can reach me at christyboland@gmail.com. Christy is Kristi. Boland is BOLIN. And if you do not have a Creative Memories advisor and you want to order any of the things that you see that I've used today, you can do that at creativememories.com/user/KRISTIBOLIN. And this paper pack is on sale right now. It is Botanical Burst in the pink version, and Canary cardstock. I'm not sure if Goldenrod is still available. That is white cardstock. Parakeet Shimmer and Kelly Green are the cardstocks. You can definitely get the lemon border punch that is part of our, not border punch, but the lemon punch that is part of our National Scrapbook Day collection. And you could certainly order the double rickrack chain border maker cartridge, the 12-inch trimmer, the Victorian blade, repositionable tape runner. But just let me know if you have any questions or if you need any help. Until next time, I will see you guys later.